There is a standalone NFL preseason game tonight, and it's Jags and Saints. Both teams lost their opener. And for Trevor Lawrence, the first overall pick in this year's draft, started the preseason opening loss to Cleveland on Saturday. Did play a couple series. Gardner Minshew played the final three of the first half in the 23-13 loss. On the quarterback competition, the former Clemson star is saying, quote, "It doesn't bother me. I think that's the way to run a team, honestly. The best player has to play, and you've got to compete. As a first-year player coming in, it's kind of what's expected. You want to compete for the job," end quote. With more on Trevor Lawrence and other things in the NFL, let's welcome in our insider, Jason Canfora. So Urban Meyer, up to this point, Jason has been sort of mum on announcing his starting quarterback. It's been Gardner Minshew. It's been Trevor Lawrence. What more can you tell us on who will be QB1 eventually?
Trevor Lawrence is going to be the starting quarterback of this football team unless he gets hurt. It's just bizarre to pretty much anyone I've talked to around the league about this, that you would not be investing every rep possible in Trevor Lawrence transition, because it is a fait accompli. He is far more accomplished in his college career than Gardner Minshew ever was. Gardner Minshew's lost his job there to various underlings at points in time who aren't nearly as accomplished as Trevor Lawrence, and you want this young man to hit the ground running as quickly as possible. This is not Ohio State, where your backups can beat their starters. In fact, in many position groups, it's the opposite dynamic for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They don't have superior talent. The one area where they look like they could be truly superior is at the quarterback position, certainly compared to what it's been like since maybe Mark Brunell was there. But they're trading snaps with Gardner Minshew to serve some higher ideal about competition, I guess.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see, again, that first preseason game 2 Saturdays ago, and they split repetition so far through training camp. Let's go to the quarterback situation in New Orleans. Jason, Jameis Winston going to get the start tonight against the Jacksonville Jaguars, confirmed by the head coach Sean Payton, although Taysom Hill, of course, got that the first round ago. So what do we make about that quarterback sitch?
Well, I talked to Sean Payton before their game last week against the Ravens. I watched that game. I talked to Sean Payton after the game. And this is a very true, very real quarterback competition where he wants to give both men opportunities to win the job, which includes getting a chance to run with some of the first team. In the first week, Taysom Hill played basically the first quarter with the starters. Jameis came in second quarter with the backups. Jameis pushed the ball downfield with more authority, with sort of more declaration, with more intent. He spread the ball around to, in large part, a lesser group. He ran a sterling 2-minute drill against a defense that a lot of people think is pretty legitimate. So all those things resonate with Sean Payton. And obviously, Taysom Hill has a unique skill set as well. I tend to think if Jameis Winston performs well tonight and then does whatever he's asked to do in the third preseason game, I do believe he could win this job. Sean Payton was pretty honest with me about finding some middle ground between this pop gun offense he was running the last few years for Drew Brees and what a Jameis Winston could do, because this is somebody who led the league his last year in Tampa in most attempts that the ball travels 21 yards or more in the air. They don't want him leading the league in that, but they also don't want to be at the bottom in that anymore. And there are a lot of other things Taysom Hill does for that football team. So Sean Payton's going to continue to let this thing play out, but I'm not surprised Jameis will get a chance to work with the starters. We'll see if that looks like a little more of a smooth operation than it was at times with Taysom Hill, where they kept falling behind the chains. Then he would make some big plays on third down, but their drives generally stalled when Hill was in because of turnovers.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.